Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I am going to discuss the topic Mahkum Alayh. Actually, this topic is related to Hukm al-Shari. This is related to this topic. And in Hukm al-Shari, that what is Hukm in Sharia perspective? Actually, Hukm al-Shari is communication from Almighty Allah with about the acts of subject mahkum alayh bi'af'al al-mukallafin, that this is the communication from God about the acts of human being with respect to demand, with respect to option, and with respect to declaration. This is known as talab, takhjeer, and wada. So this is the hukm shari, that Allah Almighty communicate with a human being, and in that communication he demands something from him, he demands to obey, sometimes he gives options, and sometimes this is the declaration. So this is hukm shari. And now we are talking about moving toward the mahkum alayh. This is our today topic, mahkum alayh. What is mahkum alayh? In English it is translated the subject. The subject or the mahkum alayh is the person whose act invokes hukm shari, or a hukm shari requires him to act in prescribed manner. यानी हुक्म महकूम अलैह एक वो इंसान है, वो सब्जेक्ट है कि जिससे हुक्म शरी मुतालबा ये करता है कि जिस तरह तुम्हें कहा जा रहा है तुम उसी तरह अमल करो, तो हम कहते हैं कि ये महकूम अलैह है, इसके ऊपर हुक्म जिया जा रहा है। तो जिसके ऊपर हुक्म जारी हो रहा हो उसको कहते हैं महकूम अलैह। अब सवाल ये पैदा होता है कि जो महकूम अलैह है, जिसके ऊपर हुक्म दिया जा रहा है, लीगल टर्म में हम उसे क्या कहेंगे? तो कहते हैं जो लीगल टर्म है, इन लीगल टर्म्स द गाय हु इज रिक्वायर्ड टू एक्ट अकॉर्डिंगली और प्रेस्क्राइब्ड मैनर इज नोन एज मुकल्लफ। हम उसे कहते हैं ये मुकल्लफ है। अब मुकल्लफ का जो लफ्ज है बुनियादी तौर पर अरबिक रूटेड वर्ड है, और ये वर्ड बना है, इट इज रूटेड फ्रॉम तकलीफ। दिस इज तकलीफ, मुकल्लफ। Now, this mukallaf means that person is bound to obey this order, this hukm. Now, that is why we call in Arabic term mukallaf. So, this is mahkum alayh in legal terms, in legal text, he is known as mukallaf. Now, who is mukallaf? Let's define that mukallaf is the person who possesses legal capacity, whether he acts directly or through delegated authority. यानी मुकल्लफ वो इंसान है कि जिसके ऊपर अल्लाह ताला ने हुक्म शरी लगाया है और जिसे मुतालबा ये किया जा रहा है कि तुम अल्लाह तबारक व तआला के हुक्म को इस खास अंदाज में पूरा करो। नमाज है, नमाज का एक अपना अंदाज है, रोज़ा है, रोज़े के अपने अंदाज है, हज है, वो उसके अपने अंदाज है, ज़कात है, उसका अपना खास मैनर है। यानी इंसान को लाज़िम बाउंड किया गया है कि तुमने अल्लाह ताला के अहकाम पर ये अमल करना है। अब था कि भाई जो मुकल्लफ है उसकी एक लीगल कैपेसिटी होती है, उसकी एक लीगल कैपेसिटी है कि वो या तो खुद बजाते खुद वो काम करेगा या अपने करने की जो अथॉरिटी है वो किसी और को दे देगा। मिसाल के तौर पर एक आम सी मिसाल है जो आपकी जिंदगी में आती है, वो वकील करने की है कि एक काम आप खुद नहीं कर पाते हो तो आप किसी को कह देते हो या तू मेरा काम कर देना, तो हम कहते हैं कि आपने अपनी अथॉरिटी किसी के हवाले कर दी, किसी को डेलीगेट कर दी। तो इसको कहते हैं डेलीगेशन ऑफ पावर, डेलीगेशन ऑफ अथॉरिटी। समटाइम्स actions are done by person by himself and sometimes he acted through his agent by delegating his authority. So mukallaf kaun hua? Mukallaf is the person who possess legal capacity whether he acts directly or through delegated authority. यहाँ पर एक और भी चीज है, अगर हम इस को थोड़ा सा जरा एनालाइज करें चेन में, आपको नजर आएगा, you see that action on Hukum. This is the demand. This is the objective that Allah Almighty is demanding. Allah Almighty demands from the mukallaf to obey His hukum. So this is. But who will obey the hukum? The person who possessed legal capacity. So this is the relation between the action of hukum and the legal capacity. Now, legal capacity, there is a condition and the requirement of the legal capacity. What is the requirement of the legal capacity? There are different requirements, but the first ever requirement for the legal capacity is that that guy must understand of hukum ash-shari, yani communication of God. He must have true understanding of communication of God. So this is the basic requirement or the condition of the legal capacity. A person cannot be called possessing legal capacity who do not have understanding of communication of God. And this is the communication of God. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala जो हुक्म शरी है, हुक्म शरी क्या होता है? अल्लाह तबारक व तआला का खिताब होता है जो अल्लाह ताला इंसान से करता है, और उस खिताब में अल्लाह ताला कभी डिमांड करता है, कभी उसको ऑप्शन देता है, और कहीं पर डिक्लेरेशन होता है. So this is the discussion about this chain, legal capacity and action of hukum. Let's move forward. How many types of communication Allah Almighty communicate with a human being? In three, there are three categories of Allah's communication with the human being. And one type of communication, this is called khitab al-janai. This is about criminal deeds. Jinai, it's jinaya. It is about criminal offenses, criminal deeds. Cut the hand of thief, whips to the drinker, wine drinker. So this is the khitab al-janai. Now khitab al-ibadat. This is Allah Almighty's communication about the worship, prayer, fasting. So this is khitab al-ibadat. Khitab al-muamalat, Allah's communication about human financial and human the mutual contracts, mutual transactions between the human being is known as muamalat. So this is known as communication. Allah Almighty in Holy Quran says that about the interest, about the trade, business, marriages, your relations with other nations, your relations, internal relations. So all these are things of khitab al-muamalat. So these three are the communication from the God. Now, these three are the communications of God. It means that these three are hukm shari. Allah Almighty is giving hukum. But the question is that who will obey these hukum? Who will be considered responsible to obey these khitabat? These three are subject to the capacity. It means whether person possesses legal capacity for these communications or not. A person who will he be considered mukhatab of this khitab al-janai? Will he be considered mukhatab of khitab al-ibadah? Will he be considered mukhatab of khitab al-muamalah? Now I am using the term of mukhatab. Look at here. Mukhatib and mukhatab. So it is God Almighty Allah, and these are mukallaf. Mukhatib, who is communicating, the communicator. Because in Hukm Shari, Allah Almighty is mukhatib, and mukhatab, mukallafeen, the people who believe in God, they are called mukhatab. So which guy will be considered mukhatab of these khitabat? Who will be considered to whom Allah Almighty is communicating? So these three types of khitabat, that guy, the thing that whether the person possesses legal capacity for this communication. So here the question is raised that what is the capacity? Because this is the concept that determines whether the person will be considered responsible to obey Allah Almighty's khitabat or not. So these are the Allah's Almighty. This is the main question that will focus upon the topic. So capacity, no, let's define the capacity. Capacity is ability or fitness to acquire the rights and exercise them and to accept duties and perform them. So this is the definition of capacity.